Hello and welcome to another episode of Scott Reads Comics. Today I'll be reviewing Wolverine number 11, The Gehenna Stone Affair, part 1 of 6. We have an amazing cover on this one by Kevin Nolan, very cool. And this basically kicks off a 6-part series within a series for Wolverine. And we have our awesome John Buscema corner piece here featuring Wolverine as Patch in his black costume. So let's dive in and check it out. All right. We have not a splash page, but actually a sequence of panels to start us off. Down to Gehenna, or up to the throne. He travels the fastest who travels alone. Kipling. What do you think of Kipling? I don't know. I've never kippled. Old joke. So we're at the San Francisco Museum of Antiquities. There is a guard here walking his rounds, and we have these two scurrilous individuals. Is he gone, Jaracha? Yeah, Ernst, he's gone. I told you he'd be gone. So they're in this museum to do some thieving. And they found what they want, this gleaming jewel. Come on, we don't have all night. You better have packed the suction cup. Here it is. So these two rather inept burglars attempt to get around the security systems, and they fail as the alarm goes off as they're trying to cut their way in to get at this gleaming stone. I told you, that's all you ever say. Shut up, you. You there, don't move. Look out, you dropped the... And here it smashes. It was a fake. What have you done with the real stone? Come on, hand it over. Then put your hands over your... Blam. So they disarm this poor guard and then show themselves to be more than mere burglars. Fangs, what are you? No. And now we have a proper splash page. Beginning the Gehenna Stone Affair. Stan Lee presents Brothers Keeper. Peter David, writer, John Buscema, penciler, Bill Sienkiewicz, inker, Ken Brzezinak, letterer, Mark Chiarello, colorist, Bob Harris, editor, Tom DeFalco, editor-in-chief. We have here Wolverine and his guys, his Patch, playing a game of darts in a bar in Madripoor, and his sometime friend Archie Corrigan walks in, screaming, "No!" He slams the door. The usual, Trish. You don't have a usual, Archie. Find me one. I'm called Wolverine, or Logan, or Patch, or Motherless Scum. Depends who I'm with and whether they're trying to kill each other. Now Archie Corrigan over there, he calls me friend. And Madripoor, friends aren't numerous. I should see what's bothering him. Great sequence up here of Wolverine playing darts with these unnamed individuals of the Madripoor aristocracy. And here Wolverine throws over his shoulder and gets 2 more bullseyes, showing his incredible agility and prowess. What do you want, Patch? Thought it might be more what you want. For instance, someone to crab to. What would you care? Might be good for a laugh. Oh, you are all heart. Okay, it's my brother. They want to have him declared incompetent, and I'm the only one who can stop them, and I'm not sure I want to. Let me stop for a moment and comment on both the script and the art here. So this was Chris Claremont's title when he started it 10 issues before. I don't remember exactly when Peter David took over. It might be with this issue. It might have been a previous issue. But the mood and the dialogue and everything is just different. There's a different tone to it. It's still the same setup. Wolverine, no one knows he's really Wolverine or Logan. They all know him as Patch here in Madripoor, an unnamed Asian island near Singapore. But here he is in his own little universe, his own microverse of the Marvel Universe. But David's dialogue, his script is lighter in tone. There's more jokes in it. It's not as voluminous. And now the artwork. The artwork is John Buscema breakdowns and Bill Sienkiewicz finishes, and it is incredible. And it's kind of a moody, look that perfectly fits this story, and it almost gives it a Jean Callan look, really, when you think about it. But let's get back to our story. Well, that makes tons of sense. Okay, look, here's the deal. His dad, my dad, our dad, was real rich, loaded. Started out in Watts, ended up in Frisco in a Frisco townhouse. He died a couple of years back. Condolences. Save him. Here, Archie, the usual. Again? That's that Peter David humor there. You want anything, Patch? Yeah, peace in our time. So I don't get it. If your old man left you bucks, what the heck are you doing here in the left armpit of nowhere? He left me, get this, $32. One for each year of aggravation I gave him. We had a falling out. Details are personal. So he left the rest of it to my flaky brother, Bert, figuring that having financial responsibility would unflake him. Wrong. Flaky how? Meanwhile, this guy says, I want a rematch, double or nothing. We weren't betting. Triple then. Can't pass that up. So how's he flaky? He's a huge movie fan and he can't keep reality straight. He gets obsessed with a film and starts living it. He's been Sam Spade, Sherlock Holmes, Tarzan. Worst was Dorothy from Wizard of Oz. And here in 3 throws, Wolverine throws 3 bullseyes. Anyway, my late mom's sister, Ruthie, also got stiffed by my dad. So now she's trying to establish conservatorship over Bert's money. Once she has her hooks in it, anyway, Bert wrote me, asking for help. Hearings in less than a week. This entire business is ill-timed, brother. I am currently occupied with a great struggle against the forces of evil. Well, at least somebody is. So Wolverine was reading that from this letter that Bert sent to Archie. It's not funny, Patch. So what are you going to do, Arch? What else can I do? Knowing Ruth, she might even try to have him committed. He's screwy, but he's no danger to anyone. It's not fair. Say, Patch, why not come with me? Because it's none of my flaming business, that's why. Why should I go to San Francisco? It's not like I left my heart there. But you have a way with people. So does a low-down streetwalker. Come on, what are you afraid of? You'll miss the Madripoor tourist season? Oof, this guy gets thrown out of this bar. And stay out of this bar, Clud. So here, Wolverine exhorts this guy to go back in. Meanwhile, Archie's still pushing his case. The guy gets thrown out a second time. One more round? Yeah, you bet. He sends him back in. And Archie says, again, trying to convince Patch or Wolverine to go with him, besides, you owe me. How you figure that? Well, when we were involved with Roughhouse and that other guy, I didn't try to kill you on the plane, even though they wanted me to. Now that's lame. I know. But it's all I could come up with. Please, Patch. I don't know. What do you think, Drew? So they were being secretly followed by Jessica Drew, a.k.a. Spider-Woman, who has taken up part-time residence in Madripoor. Very cool that she's used in this series. I love Jessica Drew. I love Spider-Woman, a huge original Spider-Woman fan. And here she is, and she's not the depowered mess that she was left as in the Avengers. They've restored most of her abilities, but she just chooses to operate in normal civilian clothes as a private detective. How long did you know I was there since you started following us? Hey, Jessica. Hey, Arch. Sorry. When I heard San Francisco mentioned, I couldn't help myself. That's my old stomping grounds, and I'd love to come along as long as Patch goes. Tell you what, we'll leave it to fate. Guy flies out the door, I stay. Window, I go. So they wait, and here he comes out for the 3rd time through the window. So Patch is going to San Francisco, and Archie's flying them in his plane. And he tells Patch that he has ways to get in without having to deal with customs or security or anything like that. And Wolverine thinks, of course, even if he couldn't, I got my fake passport. But that's not what concerns me. I set up the whole Madripoor life and rationalized that it was a way to give me some time off from the X-Men, some distance. But now I'm starting to get involved with the people I'm meeting here. The X-Men are my family, and I was never even really sure if I needed one. I sure didn't need 2. Sooner or later, I might have to make a choice, and I'm not sure which way it'll fall. So here they are. arriving at the Corrigan family home in San Francisco, this lovely brownstone. Mr. Corrigan, how pleasant. Hi, Jakes. Where's Bert? The study, sir, as always. So you can see awesome detail in this large panel of just how well appointed and resplendent of luxury that this little home in San Francisco is. Nice place. I've seen museums with less stuff, Jessica says. Now listen, Bert might be anything from Luke Skywalker to a Zulu warrior. Be ready for anything, Patch says. I always am. And here is Bert, rather staid, sitting at a writing desk. Archie, is it really you? You look emaciated. Let me fix you something for you. No, that's okay, Bert. It's good to see you too, big brother. This is Jessica Drew, a private detective, and this here is Patch. My, are you a pirate? No, I sell Arrow shirts. More of that great Peter David snark. Bert, I've never seen you looking so, there's no other way to say it, normal. Never knew you liked to wear tweed, but that's mild. So who are you anyway? What are you up to? Why, I'm your brother, Archie. That's all. As for what I'm up to, a dissertation on ancient cultures? Bert, that's great. That sounds like real scholarly. Are you sure you're not someone else? I know who I am, Archie. I know who you are. What problem is there? None that I can see. That's what makes me nervous. So later on, the three get in a cab after leaving the Corrigan family home and Bert behind for now. Seems pretty normal to me. I know, and he promised he'd be at the hearing tomorrow morning. Can't ask for more than that. Well, the hotel's on me, guys. I still think we should have stayed with him, made sure that Dakes will see that he gets to the hearing. Besides, that townhouse has too many unpleasant memories. Trust me on this. So here's Bert watching them leave, and something is glowing in this writing desk drawer, and it is perhaps the real version of that crystal that we saw in the opening pages of this story. Could this be the Gehenna Stone? And meanwhile, Jessica stops at her San Francisco offices, which she hasn't been to for a while, as you can see by the piled up mail. The prince's support has been very lucrative, and the prince himself has been, well, better not go off on that tangent. Here she's reading a letter. Dear Miss Drew, you are a month behind on rent. If you do not, kill my landlord, she jokes. Excuse me, Miss Drew, my name is Tuttle. I'm curator for the Museum of Antiquities. We have a problem. Well, your timing is excellent, Mr. Tuttle, but I'm not sure how long I'll be in town. If you could spare the time, we've had a major scandal. Best kind. Several days ago, intruders broke in and tried to steal a particular very valuable diamond, but all they got was a pasteboard replica, which broke. You had a fake waiting for them? Sharp. But we didn't know it. Someone else substituted a fake diamond for our real one without our knowledge. Not only that, but the guard who stumbled upon the intruders swears they were vampires. I know it sounds insane, but you'd be amazed what doesn't sound insane to me, Mr. Tuttle. But vampires wouldn't leave your guard alive. Well, they attacked him, and he fainted. When he was found, sure enough, there were wounds on his neck, and there was blood all over, but he hadn't been drained like you read in the stories. Miss Drew, will you help me locate the diamond? I'll give you all the photos you need of it, and out of my own pocket if necessary. Look, I'll do some poking around, but save your money until I get a clear idea of what's happening, okay? Thank you. I'll be in touch. What a healthy young woman, thinks. So next day, we're at the courthouse, and Bert Corrigan is late. Everyone else is here. Patch, well, Jessica isn't, but Patch is. Archie, their attorney, the aunt who is trying to get Bert's money, and her attorney, and of course the judge. And he is not happy because it's 15 minutes after 10 and the hearing was to begin at 10. You should have been with him there, Corrigan. He's a grown man. I'm not going to hold his hand. Jake said when he got up this morning, Bert was gone. What do you want from me? Admit it, Archie. Not only is Bert undependable, he's crazy. He shouldn't just be judged incompetent. He should be put away. Counselor, please instruct your client to... Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, Ruth? Just so you could get your claws into his inheritance. Well, being late isn't a federal offense, and I'm telling you, he'll be there, or he'll be here. And we can see out on the street a horse is barreling down the street, zeroing in on the courthouse. The judge is trying to bring order to the proceedings when suddenly, Mr. Corrigan, there's a law against people like you, and it's called contempt of court. And I'll invoke it if you don't sit down and shut up. Wolverine thinks to himself, they're all shouting so much they don't hear it. But I do hear it, smell it, sense it, coming this way. Get down, everybody. Sir, back in your seat, and then suddenly bursting through the window of the courtroom here is Bert Corrigan astride a horse in the middle of San Francisco. Great Ron Wagner art on this house ad for Nth, the Ultimate Ninja. Back to our story. Oh no, it can't be. He thinks he's Harrison Ford. Bert, where in blue blazes did you get a horse? I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. Mr. Corrigan, I never thought I'd say this in my courtroom, but get off that horse. You don't understand. There's evil in the world. The forces of Baal want to create a new race of undead, and I have to stop them. Archie, get over here. Not now, Patch. Bert, this is it. I can't believe I was arguing on your behalf a minute ago. It was bad enough when you were Holmes and you said Moriarty was after you with air guns. But this, you need help. Right, help against Bert, there's no forces of evil. Got that? None. There he is, get him! And bursting in to the courtroom after Bert is a bevy of the same sort of scraggly vampires that we saw in the opening sequence of our story. Awesome, almost full-page panel here by our art team of Buscema and Sienkiewicz. And finally, at the end, Wolverine thinks to himself, I tried to tell him. For this, I left Madripoor. Next, Straits of San Francisco in 2 weeks. So, great story here. Great kickoff to this six-parter, the Gehenna Stone. And this was at a period in the summers when, on their mutant titles, they were, and I think Captain America as well, Marvel was bringing these books out every 2 weeks. So this is a breakneck pace for a 30-page comic. Minus ads, of course. So our letters page is cutting edge, overseen by Bob Harris and Daryl Edelman, the editors. I'll just read a quick letter from Mark Rosenblatt of Wilmington, Delaware. I only have a few things to say about the new Wolverine series. Cool, rad, gnarly, awesome, bad, great, and violent. The best part. Oh yeah, I like the black costume. So till Wolverine shaves his chest and becomes a pro wrestler, make mine Marvel. Next issue box. Next, the mystery deepens as Wolverine, Jess, and Archie engage in a mad car chase through the streets of San Francisco, and the Dark God Baal makes his appearance. Be here in 2 weeks. Yep, 2 weeks, because Wolverine is coming out twice a month for the summer. For part 2 of the Gehenna Stone affair. You won't want to miss it. Tremendous issue of Wolverine, picked up in the recent 50-cent sale, end of the year sale at New Dimension Comics. Really great cover, awesome interiors, fun story. Cool to see Peter David on this title. And he would be succeeded by Larry Hama at some point. But yeah, we'll try to pursue the rest of this Gehenna Stone affair through the dollar bins if we can. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends, and I'll bring you more later on Scott Reads Comics. Thanks for watching.